Antaschitino Mavyoshta Samradhayantaha Sadhurascharantaha Anyo Anyasmai Valgu Vadanta Yeta Sadhrichinanvaha Sammanasaskranomi. Atharva 3.30.5. 3.30.5. That's what we are discussing. The first time I discussed in detail Jayaswantaha, which broad mind, with a noble mind, with a sublime mind, with high ideals, great goals. Chittinaha, being knowledgeable, being learned. Mavyoshta, don't get separated. Be together, live together, work together. And I was discussing about several divisive forces which has divided the human society, which should have been one, into different factions. And also talking about natural classification. Natural classification is okay. It's not a problem. But when it comes to artificial classifications on the basis of caste, creed, race, color, and all other such things, and our beliefs, yes, we are divided. So with reference to God, we have got numerous gods, but God is one. If we speak of numerous gods, yes, we are divided. We fight. Say, my God is superior, your God is inferior, like that. And that's a divisive force. I speak of wealth. And regarding wealth, we should have shared and lived together. Strength, so many things, so many divisive forces are there. So many differences and discriminations will cause the division of the human society. So discussing about all this. Let it not happen, let us live together. Mavyoshta, for any reason, let us not get divided. Let the whole human society be one and one. Samradhayantaha. I was telling, Radhas means wealth. We got different names for wealth. Radhas is one. Radhayanta means acquiring wealth. Raya is one. Rayasposha is one. They all mean wealth. Radhas, Raya, Rayasposha, Dravina. There are so many words. Each word speaks about the quality of the wealth that we are going to earn. Raya is that which is worthy of sharing, that which is worthy of giving. Radhane is a root for it. So the wealth which is worthy of giving, worthy of sharing, it's called Raya. Dravina, that also means wealth. That means that which is in the move. It is not to be accumulated in one place. The wealth is not to be concentrated. It has to be on the move. It should move from hand to hand to hand to hand. Then only it can generate wealth. Only then it can generate service, work, labor. So that is called as Dravina. Raya is Posha. Of course, Raya is there, that which is worthy of being shared, being given. Plus Posha, that which nourishes us, which gives us all the nourishment. That means that which we can enjoy. It's not just having the wealth. We should have the wealth and we should be able to enjoy it also. So let us have the wealth which we can have, number one. Number two, and enjoy it also. The same way here we have got Radhas. Radhas means a hard-earned wealth. Radha samsiddhau. Hard-earned wealth. It should not be easy money. If it is easy money, we will not know the value of it because it's come easily. And when wealth comes easily, the probability of squandering it, the probability of wasting it will be very high. So let me not do it. That means let me earn the money with my sweat. Let me work for it. And let it be the result of my hard labor. That is called as radhas. Radhayantaha, trying to earn and gain wealth through hard work. And how we have to do it? Some radhayanta, together, it's not alone. Okay, I take the path of earning wealth with my hard work. No, I have to do it together. And togetherness is the crux of the whole issue. All of us, we shall work together, help each other, assist each other, and finally get the wealth. So when all of us move together and earn wealth with hard work, yes, we will all be together, number one. Number two, we will know the value of the wealth what we have acquired. So only when it happens like this, we will be careful about using the wealth, the resources. Ultimately, the resources are from the nature only. The primary resource of any wealth is nature. After taking it from nature, yes, we transform it, convert it into several different things. But the basic source is nature. When we work harder and generate wealth, use wealth in the nature, then what we'll do, we will have a lot of respect towards nature. Because you know how costly it is, how invaluable it is. Because all the resources what are available in nature, we cannot generate them in our laboratories. It's not possible. It's a gift of God. So when you know it's a gift of God, then we'll be very careful in utilizing it. We will never abuse it. We will never misuse it. We will never squander it. We will never pollute it. But nowadays we are doing all these things. That's why the whole world is in chaos and we are faced with so many global problems. Like global warming, air pollution, hole in the ozone layer, etc., etc. So many things, acid rains. Now it's all for the difficulties of human beings, difficulty of human society. It's all detrimental to human society. Now we have been the cause of it. We have been the cause of it because we never knew that this wealth should have been generated out of hard work and together. And the benefit is for all of us. Samradhayantaha. We all work together and the benefit has to be shared by all. So that togetherness, that teamwork, if it is not there, people become selfish. Somehow, by hook or crook, they want to earn wealth and accumulate it and feel secured. Security is not in the accumulation of wealth. Security is in protecting the resources. The problem is the distribution problem. We protect the nature and see that it gets distributed to all of us equally, security is assured. If there is a problem in accumulation, in problem distribution, even if we have wealth, we will not be able to enjoy it, we will not be able to use it properly because it's not distributed properly. And those who are at loss, those who are suffering because they don't get the right proportion of the nature's sources, they will always be ready to grab it from those who have collected it and stored it. Here it's a question of their survival. So we have got wars in a larger proportion, and we got thefts, robberies, terrorism, so many things. It's all because the people who are involved in it are not able to get the nature share rightly, properly. It's not distributed properly. That's the problem. So here we have to generate wealth, we have to earn wealth, and we have to see that it is distributed properly. And all this happens with hard work and hard labor and together. Sam radhayanta. Sam means together. Together we earn. Together we get. Together we work. And the wealth what we have generated out of hard work is radhas. So let us generate such wealth. Sadhurash Charantaha. Sadhuraha Charantaha. Charantaha is Charaga to progress, to move ahead, to forge ahead. How? Sadhuraha. Dhura, I was explaining, it is a yoke. It's a yoke. Dhurvi Himsayam. That's the root. Dhurvi Himsayam. Now, Himsa doesn't mean always violence. Himsa Gatyoho is there. Gati means to move forward. Now here, Dhurvi Himsayam, from that I get the word Dhura, which is a yoke to be carried on the neck. And this we see in the case of animals. When they are pulling the cart, the yoke is there. Now with the help of this yoke, they pull the cart and the cart moves. So that which is responsible for movement and the responsibility what we have to carry on us so that the cart moves, that is called as Dhura. So we as human beings in the human society, we have certain responsibilities which have to carry upon us and pull the cart called the society. What are they? It's not a physical yoke, it is yoke-like. They are the responsibilities, the duties that we have to perform. What happens generally is we climb our rights. Fine, climbing rights is okay. But before we climb our rights, we should have performed our duties. We should have discharged our responsibilities. Only then we get a right for certain things and we can climb it. It's not climb first and doing later. It is doing our duties first. It is discharging our duties first. It is discharging our responsibilities first and then climb. And if you will deserve to climb, you will deserve to have the fruits of it. It comes. So, Sadhura Sharantaha means to accept the responsibilities, to accept our duties and perform them and see that the society moves. We pull it as though the animal pulls the cart with the help of that yoke on its neck. So we are taking certain responsibilities on our shoulders. And those responsibilities what we take upon our shoulders is called as the Dhura, the yoke. And with such yoke, Sadhura Sharanta. With such yoke, we have to proceed, we have to live in this society. Sadhuraha Sharantaha, with that we have to progress. And that responsibility what we have on our shoulders, they are nothing but humane values. Those values that are essential for the human society to progress. A human society to experience welfare. A human society to experience peace. So we have so many values, and carrying on those values on our shoulders and discharging our responsibilities in the light of those values, yes, makes us happy, makes our environment happy, makes the whole society progress. Sadhurash Charanta. What are they? The very first quality of a human being is compassion. Compassion. To reciprocate for the happiness and unhappiness of our fellow beings. It's possible only for a human being. Compassion, love, mercy, non-violence. In the animal world, these things will not happen. In the animal world, they are selfish, fittest of survival of the fittest. One is strong, will rule all the other animals, threaten them. Okay, this is all animal-like. But in the human society, the situation is totally different. We accommodate, we sacrifice, we understand, we reciprocate. and I think, talk, and do things compassionately. That is very, very important. Now, this is one of the very, very important human value. There is compassion, because of which we also can be happy and peaceful, and will make other creatures also happy and peaceful. This is human value. This is an element of the dhura, the responsibility what we have to take. We have to be compassionate and create a compassionate environment around us. Sadhuraha. Love, another one. Compassion, love, learning. Now, where we have got people who are knowledgeable and learned, the whole situation will be under control, peaceful and happy. And wherever there is a problem, yes, we can presume there is someone who is not knowledgeable, who is not intelligent. Because of their ignorance, because of their foolhardy thing, yes, we have a problem. Anywhere, in any society, in any organization. If the people are knowledgeable and if the people are capable of understanding things, knowing things and wise, yes, the society will be automatically wonderful. Learning, gaining knowledge is another human value. Animals cannot do it. The whole animal life is restricted to their basic instincts. Nidra, ahara, bhaya, maitra. That's the end of it. These are the only 4 parameters they have got. The 5th one is not there. And that is there only for human beings. So that is a human value. That's a human faculty. So like this, we have to identify so many human faculties which becomes our duty to bear it, to work for it, and to establish it in human society. That is Sadhura Charantaha. Only when you do it, yes, we can progress. How? Together. It's not an individual progress. Progress of a very individual is intertwined with the progress of the whole society. So if the society progresses, an individual too can progress. If society is not progressing, an individual too cannot progress, because he will be pulled down, because the society is not moving together. So it is like, say we are moving in a bus. If the bus moves, we are progressing. If the bus is standing still, within the bus if I run and move and come to the front side of the bus, is it progress? No, because the bus is stationary. I'm in the bus and the bus is where it was. In the bus, maybe I move 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 steps ahead. But what about the journey? Stand still. Even if I sit in one seat and don't move, if the bus moves, okay, I am progressing. So my progress is totally dependent upon the bus. That's the society. If the society progresses, I also progress. If the society is not progressing, I can never progress. But I will have a feeling that I have moved, but mere that feeling will not help me out. There has to be real progress. That real progress is possible. Charantaha, I can move, charagatav, only with sadhuraha. That's when all of us understand that we have got some responsibilities to discharge, and when we do it, the society will be prosperous. And if the society is prosperous, automatically I too will get my share of that prosperity. Sadhura Charantaha. Next one is Anyo Anyasmai Valgu Vadanta Yeta. Vadanta, Vachapari Bhashane, to talk, to speak. Yeta, once again, Inagata, progress. So they are speaking of another element which helps us to progress. That is, Valgu Vadanta Yeta. Valgu is sweet. Valgu is attractive. Valgu is right. Vadanta, now take it as an adjective to speaking. We have to speak smoothly, we have to speak soothingly, we have to speak sweetly, we have to speak the truth. And it should be Priya also. It should be truth plus Priya, or in the Priya way. Satyam Bruyat, Priyam Bruyat. It's not a Vedic mantra, but it is very close to the Vedic thought. So our speech, our talk, our communication, our expression has to be as sweet as possible, as lovely as possible, as heartening as possible, as heart-touching as possible. And it should happen between anyo anyasmai, between ourselves. It is not one way. It's not one way. It should be reciprocate with the other person. So all the people in the society should talk in a very sweet way between themselves. And because of that talk, they have to progress. Because of that communication, they have to progress. It's between themselves. Anyo anyasmai. It's not one way. It's not that I talk and other people will talk nonsense. No. I should also talk rightly. The other people also should talk rightly. So to create an environment where people talk smoothly, sweetly, attractively, only then. When I say attractively, don't get the impression that it should be a falsehood. No. It should be untruth. No. Because many times, untruth will be very pleasing. It's not like that. It should be truthful plus pleasing. Sweet, smooth, heart-touching, honest, straightforward. So many things. All that will enhance, increase the quality of our talk. Very simple rules we have got. That talk, what we utter, the words, what we utter has to be Satya, Hita, Mita. Satyam, Hitam, Mitam. Satya, it should be truthful. Hitam, it should be capable of giving us peace. Mitam, it should be brevity, as little as possible. You should not go on talking and talking and talking. Whatever you want to convey, we should convey it in the least number of words. This we call as brevity. So to use brevity, it has to be peace-giving, it has to be truthful. Another word they use, anudvegakaram. Udvega means making a person more emotional. So the words what we use should not be out of emotion, and after listening you should not make the other person emotional. You should be capable of maintaining the balance of the person who talks and the person who listens. Anudvegakaram. Udvega means emotional. Anudvegakaram. Satyam, Hitam, Priyam. It should be pleasing. Sometimes truth will be bitter. Doesn't matter. We should try our level best to make it as little bitter as possible. That should be our intention. But we should speak the truth. We should speak the truth and make it as sweet as possible. When we consider all these things, they use another word. Such way of talking with others is called as Vangmaya tapas. Tapas of talking. Tapas of speaking. Even the speaking could be a tapas, provided we follow all these methods. Satyam, Priyam, Hitam, Mitam, Anudvegakaram. Now finally in one of the Veda mantras it says, Sattumiva titavuna punantaha. That's part of the mantra. Sattumiva titavuna punantaha. The words what we utter has to be filtered, sieved. Sieve, you know. That is, whenever you want to have some recipe, and if I am using the flour, so I will not use it as it is. That flour, I sieve it, and whatever dirt that is there, I throw it out, and the finely sieved flour I take for my recipe. So whatever thought comes to my mind has to be sieved well. And only when it passes through the sieve. Now what's the sieve here with reference to the words what I utter? Satyam, Priyam, Hitam, Mitam, Anudvegakaram. So every word what I have to utter has to be sieved, has to be filtered with these things. Is it truthful? Yes. One sieve is passed. Is it Priyam? I mean, speaking in a very pleasing way? Yes. Second one is past. Is it hitakaram? Yes. Third one is over. Is it mita? Yes. Fourth one is over. Is it anudvega karam? Yes. Fifth one is also over. So every word what I have to utter, it comes to the brain. And before it takes the form of the sound, these checks have to be passed. Satyam, Priyam, Hitam, Mitam, Anudvegakaram. Only then our communication will be wonderful, pleasing, attractive, smooth, sweet. Now only in such words, all our wealth, all our efforts will be protected well. Lakshmir Nihitadhivachi. It's the ending line of the same mantra what I was referring to. Saktumiva titavuna. Saktu means the floor. FLOUR, floor. Saktumiva titavuna. Titavuna means that sieve. So I have to sieve through that and talk. And what will happen if you practice that way of speaking? Finally, Lakshmir Nihitadhivachi. In such words is all our prosperity, is all our wealth. So our wealth is really in our speech. That is Vachi. Vachi is a speech. So when you follow these principles before talking, as you will become prosperous, you will become wealthy, you become richer. Anyo anyasmai valgu vadanta yeta. So every time we have to speak among ourselves in such a way, truthful, loving, as little as possible. Wherever it's essential we have to talk, we are not supposed to be silent. And we are supposed to be silent, we have to shut our mouths. Should have the discrimination, where to talk, how much to talk, and we should have that knowledge of with whom we are talking. Because we are not supposed to talk the same way with everyone. The way we talk with children is different. The way we talk with our fellow beings is different. The way we talk with our elders is different. You should have to understand all these things. The way we talk as teachers is different. The way we talk as students is different. The way we talk as the master of the house is different. The way we talk as boss in our office is different. The way we talk as subordinates in an office is different. It's not the same. So you should be able to know where I am speaking, what I am speaking, with whom I am speaking, and what situation I am speaking. Talking itself is a very big science and art. And only when I understand the nuances of it, yes, my talk will be pleasing, my talk will be attractive, and people around us, yes, we can take them together. They will all come together, provided we talk the right way. Is it not a very big management principle what we study? Even if I am hurt, I should speak very smoothly and communicate to others in such a way to tell them that I am hurt. But the way I speak should be so smooth and they should feel sorry. Oh, we never knew we hurt this person. Let us rectify it. Let us compensate it. In such a way we should communicate even our hurt also. It's a very, very important thing. Talking nonsense, talking unnecessary things, finally makes us chatterboxes. We are not to be chatterboxes. Every word what we utter has to be valuable, has to be with weight. Only then our words will carry respect. Only then our words will demand respect, command respect, not otherwise. So every word what we utter is so important and we should be aware of the implication of it. It's not just I'm capable of talking and talk something. No. It is this talking which is very, very important among human beings. Say even in the animal world they have got their own language and they communicate. But it is too minimal. It is too little. The expressions what they have got, the emotions what they have got It's all restricted. But in human society, the expressions and emotions are too many. And unless we practice that art and science of communicating properly, yes, we cannot live together. I speak something right. If the other person misunderstands it, our relationship is gone. Our relationship is strained. So we should be very careful to maintain these relationships in a harmonious way, and that happens only when anyo anyasmai valgu vadanta. When we talk among ourselves, valgu in the right way, in the loving way, in the pleasing way, sweet, smooth way. See? Anyo anyasmai valgu vadantayeta. This is a principle which you have to strictly follow so that we will be in the society and we can take all other people around us with us. Now this very talking will be very pleasing. We will be happy to listen to them. They will be happy to listen to us. Oh, so-and-so is speaking. He always speaks good things. He always speaks nobler things. He always speaks rightly, smoothly. Let us listen. And all the words what he utters will be full of knowledge and experience, love, truth. Now this certificate we can get only when you practice speaking so, always, cautiously, deliberately. Anyo anyasmai valgu vadantayeta. That is the third line. Last one is Sadhrichinan vaha sam manasas kronomi. Sadhrichinan vaha sam manasas kronomi. So I got a little more things to understand in this. That I think we'll discuss in the next class. Thank you very much.